What does it take to be a great cyber performer? What does it take to be a great cyber warrior? That's really the question that needs to be answered. When we understand what mastery looks like in this field, we can then start to build programming towards it that really takes them up a notch and takes them to that next level, as we would in any other human performance community.
The cyber community right now is in the forefront of warfare space. They are leading the nation's most important mission, both now and in the future. As you're looking at AI and other entities doing what humans do, and the complexity of cognitive load on leadership, how we're looking at that all relates around performance and human factors. And the outcomes are affected by both the machine and the technology, but more importantly, the humans.
We can't afford to sit back and wait and do more analysis on problem. We need to get at it. We need to start moving forward, and that's what led us here today.
Nah, dude, too easy. Breathing in. Nice.
This week we're bringing out a dozen members of the cyber element of the Air National Guard out to California for a very specific training course. During these 5 days, our goals are really to, number one, improve their understanding of themselves as it pertains to improving team cohesion. The second thing we were really looking at is how do we enable them to enhance or improve their creative thinking, their creative process. How do we get them to think about problem solving and working on their mission sets very differently. And the third thing is just to really give them a framework on which they can then lean on each other based on trust and improvement in team cohesion in such a way that when then they go back, not only do they perform at a higher level as individuals, but they also perform together collectively more effectively.
One of the unique privileges that we do have is to work with world-class folks in all areas. So within sports, within the creative arts, within medicine, within special operations. And by creating diversity, we want people that work in their world to step out of their world and be uncomfortable in situations that they've never been in before.
I think it's going fantastic. We're learning a lot that can really apply to managing stress levels, which makes us better performers on our team.
With the cyber community, I think the potential for something like this is really unbounded, and that's just because I think a lot of their prior training, as they've conveyed to us, has been very technically focused, very skill-based, which makes a lot of sense with respect to what they're trying to achieve.
Learning all the composition of the physiology and how to apply it to improve your own mental performance is a huge help.
Now opening up this door to our purely human factors approach and looking at them through that lens and paying attention to their creativity, to their understanding of their own personality, the psychology of performance, the nutrition for performance. That I think can just apply equally to them as it would any other high performance program in the world, and I think there's a lot of opportunity there to just learn and grow that process out.
Deep breath in and hold.
One of the things that we've learned this week is just how important breath is to our bodies, and it affects everything that we do.
Breathe, cleansing breath.
Free breath.
So if we can control our breathing, then we can lower our stress levels. It'll make us more effective in the workplace.
You made it. There you go. Hit a quick, okay? Yeah, good. Very good.
This work is about interpersonal communication and getting out of your own way so that you can clearly be working in a team, and finding the group leadership as opposed to the traditional model of top-down leadership.
What we have going for us is being a team. And so really developing out that performance team and having us work together as one organism, kind of like on the improv stage. We didn't move without the other person. That is where you're going to turn from your team of like 3 individuals who are incredibly bright can bring out a 10% performance, but 3 people thinking as one will jump it up to 90%.
The objective to come out here, we're to try to get at 3 things: creativity, critical thinking, and trust. Every single one of those aspects were hit within the 5 days of the training evolution. as a community of cyber warriors, we could use this as a mechanism to show those that are already at the top of their game, there's still more to go. And you can't just top off because you think you're the best at some given platform. There's still more to do. And if you're thinking about getting out, this is a way to say, hey, there's an opportunity we can send you to. Here's more training to make you better. A better individual makes for a better team. There is a capture there that we can use to do the recruiting, retention, and selection. Does DoD benefit? Absolutely. Does Air Force benefit? 100%. But the individual and the community, they're the ones that actually benefit.
I think the biggest takeaways from this workshop has been their exposure to some uncertainty in their environment, how they deal with that uncertainty, but what it did is created an environment for their mindset about how they approach problem solving in very different and unique ways.
This week has been a life-changing experience, growing from a personal level, getting to know my team better, and really forging the high-performance future of Cyber Command.
I mean, the things I've learned, it's invaluable. I'm not the same person I was a week ago. So I don't know how you can quantify that.
We were unsure how this group would respond. And it was almost from day one, the level of engagement both in the classroom and outside the classroom was palpable. As someone who believes deeply and is passionate about how do we continue to refine the way we think about national security and the biggest problems we're facing, either against nation states or against non-state actors, to see a group of people come out and in just 5 days leave with a new thought process, with new ways of connecting as a team, the efficacy that has going forward, both to amplify the force and to attract other people to think in that way, again, I think you can't put a number on it. It's just, for all of us, incredibly enriching.